Hello, and welcome to Russia-Ukraine News, where we cover every latest on Russian invasion on Ukraine. Please make sure to subscribe and like the video. The successful pushback around the second largest city in Ukraine is embarrassing for Moscow ahead of the planned victory parades. According to reports from Kharkiv, Ukrainian forces had captured several villages north and east of the country's second largest city, a key initial target for Russia. Kharkiv is 21 kilometers from the Russian border and has been the scene of some of the fiercest fighting since Russia invaded Ukraine on February 24. It is famous throughout Russia for its university, founded in 1804 under the command of Russian Tsar Alexander I. Ukrainian forces could push Russian forces out of artillery range from the city of Kharkiv itself in the coming days, the institute reported for the US. Much of the city now lies in ruins, and though analysts said the Russian military was on the verge of being pushed out of range of the artillery, a Russian missile hit and destroyed a museum dedicated to Ryhoryi Skovoroda, an 18th-century Ukrainian Cossack philosopher on Saturday. One man was injured in the rocket attack. Meanwhile, Ukrainian soldiers from the Azov battalion continued to resist Russian attacks at the besieged Mariupol steelworks, even though Vladimir Putin declared the city captured. And from inside the steelworks, a Ukrainian soldier told The Telegraph, "Fight no matter what." Russian invaders continue to storm Azovstal, but there has been a safe evacuation of civilians, said Vladislav, 22, in an interview published above the social media channel. Around 50 civilians were evacuated from the steelworks in an operation in which Sviatoslav Palamer, deputy commander of the Azov battalion, said 3 of his soldiers were killed. According to news reports, 176 civilians are still living in appalling conditions at the steel mill, along with about 2,000 Ukrainians. Soldiers. Mariupol has survived the most devastating bombardment of the 10-week war, and the steelworks is the last part of the city, a southern port on the Sea of Azov still in the hands of Ukrainian militants. A few kilometers from the steel mill, workers painted war-damaged buildings, hung flags and repaired windows ahead of a Kremlin-organized victory parade planned to commemorate Russia's capture of Mariupol. Elsewhere on the Ukrainian front, there have been reports of ongoing fighting and shelling in the Donbas region, centered on a so-called cauldron between the city of Izium and Donetsk and Luhansk oblasts. Ukraine is seen as crucial to Russian success in the Donbas region, as its capture would give the Russian military an important launchpad to encircle Ukrainian forces. Back Russian soldiers. Severodonetsk is Ukraine's easternmost city, still under the control of the Ukrainian government, and if captured by Russia it would be seen as a major military asset. The city is almost surrounded by Russian and separatist troops of the Lugansk People's Republic. Alexander Stryuk, head of the Severodonetsk military administration, told Ukrainian television. They are trying to storm the city through the surrounding villages. He also said that 15,000 civilians are still trapped in the city, compared to a pre-war population of 100,000. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this edition of the news. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time. Bye.